Hello everyone, my name is Mayor Kevin Burns and this is another edition of Business Beat. I am so excited and so proud to be with my friend, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Northern Illinois Food Bank, located on the beautiful eastern edge of Geneva, where hope, compassion, commitment, and generosity lives. Julie, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Burns. Kevin?
Yes, Kevin, please.
Kevin?
Yeah.
I so appreciate having you here today.
Oh, it's awesome.
We are the Northern Illinois Food Bank. We are living here in Geneva. We've been here for 4 years.
Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing?
In this beautiful facility.
Oh, spectacular.
That the city helped us build.
We're very proud.
Grateful to be here.
Very proud to participate.
Our work is fabulous.
It is fabulous.
We take a problem and we turn it into a solution.
I love that.
There are billions of pounds of wasted food in the United States, and there are billions of meals needed by our hungry neighbors.
Wow.
So we go out and we collect food, donated food, purchased food, government food, and we get them out to 70,000 people every week through a network. Every week.
Wow.
Through a network of over 700 feeding sites.
Is that right?
Yes.
And you cover how many counties?
We cover 13 counties.
13
so
counties.
we make a backwards C around Chicago
that's
and Cook
cool.
County.
Wow.
We go all the way out past Rockford into Stevenson County.
Sure.
And then we kind of swing through DeKalb all the way down to Kankakee.
Wow.
7,000 square miles.
Is that right? So the distribution network is critical.
Yes, absolutely. We are a large distribution company.
Exactly. And I've heard that before, that while there's not necessarily a food shortage, it's a distribution issue, isn't it?
It is, exactly. As I mentioned, there are billions of pounds of food that go to waste.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
But our job is to connect that food to food pantries, soup kitchens, and shelters, and other feeding sites. How do we do that? We have over 20 trucks on the road every day. We have this very large warehouse, as well as 2 other warehouses up in Rockford and out in Lake County. We bring that food in, we store it, hopefully for a very short amount of time.
Sure.
And then we get it out as quickly as possible to our neighbors who are in need.
And facilities like this were made possible by the generosity of individuals, corporations, and organizations that not only believe in the mission, but are willing to give toward addressing that
Exactly.
need. So.
Our whole business is dependent on the generosity of others.
Absolutely.
So when we look at resources coming into the organization, 60% of our budget is contributed revenue.
Oh, is that
it's
right?
people deciding to make a gift to the Northern Illinois Food Bank. 80% of the food we distribute is donated food.
Wow.
So that's a manufacturer. Maybe there's an error. Maybe the carrot was sliced wrong in the canned carrots.
Really?
Maybe the labeling is off.
Wow.
And it's that manufacturer deciding, rather than throwing that food out, I'm going to donate it to the Northern Illinois
And they know to call you.
They know to call. We go out.
Yeah, you go out.
We're
and
great
say,
beggars.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
So
I
know that
Julie's background is in the development field, the professional fundraising.
Yes.
So you're perfectly suited for this position as CEO.
Yes, I'm the chief beggar.
Yeah, because you know how to ask, and you know how to seek investment.
Yes.
And when people resonate with that mission, it makes it easy.
And this is a mission many people can resonate with. We have over 20,000 people who come in and volunteer with us every year.
Is that right?
We have some volunteers here today.
Oh, I know. It's a busy day. I love it.
There are some fabulous people here volunteering. The equivalent, our volunteers give us so many hours, over 134,000 hours. It's the equivalent of 60 full-time staff people.
Oh, that's perfect. And you couldn't do it without the volunteers.
Absolutely not. At our very peak during the summer, when we're feeding lots and lots of kids, we have a head count of 128. So we add an additional 50% of staff time through our volunteers.
Oh, that's incredible.
No way could we do that without our volunteers. So I would really beg all of your constituents, everyone who lives in the Geneva, St. Charles, but come on out. Come spend a couple hours with us.
And all it takes is a few hours.
All it takes, you can sign up online at solidhunger.org. You can come in. We have shifts 6 days a week. You can come in, sort, process, inspect food for us, so that we can get it out the next day on a truck to hungry neighbors.
And I know a lot of organizations do team building exercises where it involves working here at the food bank.
Yes, absolutely. So we have many of our donors, but also other organizations come in and they will have a district manager meeting, for example. And they will spend the morning in one of our classrooms or in one of our conference rooms.
Which we do. The city does.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we love that. It's a beautiful facility.
Beautiful facility, all AV set up.
Exactly. It's amazing.
You can sit in one of our conference rooms. You can get your work done. Order some Jimmy John's or some Panera to come in. And then in the afternoon, come out here and work, sort some food, and have a whole lot of fun.
That's awesome. Now we're going to take a tour of the facilities here. Julie's going to lead us on that tour. We're going to see some of the inside workings of the food bank that makes the work you do so helpful to the people in need.
Yeah.
Join us, folks. Julie and I had made a tour back to the transportation hub of the Northern Illinois Food Bank.
Yep.
And behind us is one of the, you said 20 trucks that are on the road every day.
Yes. Yes.
This truck is soon to be filled with donated food.
Donated and purchased.
Donated and purchased, and then distributed to the food banks or shelters throughout the 13 county area.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. So it all happens right here.
Every day we have at least 20 trucks on the road. During the summer, that's going to go up to 26 to 28 trucks.
Why is that?
We have a very robust feeding program for kids during the summer.
Got it, okay.
So particularly our children that are used to getting fed at school, breakfast and lunch.
Sure.
This past summer, the summer we're just ending, 115 sites, over 7,000 meals a day to kids. So we have a special fleet come in.
Oh, is that right?
We hire a lot of good drivers, college-aged young men and women, and they bring those meals out every day to help feed the kids.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And without the support of the food bank, the volunteers and the donations, many of these kids would go hungry.
Yes. They would not have access to food.
That's amazing.
One of the coolest things we did this summer was we opened additional sites in libraries.
Oh, that's nice.
We've learned schools are a trusted place in your communities, churches are, so are libraries. And librarians came to us and they said, we have kids that show up and they stay at the library all day.
Oh, no
Maybe
kidding.
mom and dad aren't home. Maybe there's nothing to go home to.
Sure.
One of the librarians said, she actually asked one of the kids, it's lunchtime, don't you want to go home and get a sandwich? And the kid said, there's no food at home.
Oh dear.
So we have been taking on library sites during the summer, so those kids can go and they can read books and they can participate in library programs, and then they're fed. It's one of my favorites.
So the old days of no eating in the library is passé.
Passé. All
that's
done.
Awesome.
You can go eat in libraries now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So this is a busy place right here.
It's a very busy place.
From
We
morning till
actually
night,
call
right?
this our fresh market.
Ah, I love it.
This is our fresh market. It has two purposes. One, this truck behind me, the mobile pantry truck, this is going to go out over 400 times in a year. It's going to go to our agencies or to areas where there are no agencies. And it's going to provide meals for hungry neighbors. 10,000 pounds of food can go onto this truck.
So the doors will roll up where there's no...
They'll roll up, yep. Our warehouse guys will come out and they'll fill it. There's always protein, so some good meats on there. Always produce. Always some kind of bread, some kind of sauce, and then perhaps other fun things. Cereal, Lunchables.
How important is it to have that balance? I mean, sometimes, I admit it, sometimes when I'm hungry, it's just you grab what's convenient, but you're not necessarily eating what's right.
Yes. We look very carefully at the nutritional value of the food that we receive and distribute.
Right.
As I mentioned, so much of our food is donated, so we don't have control over that. But we do, of course, engage donors, food donors that have healthy food, as our markets, as the consumers start asking for more nutritious food. We're seeing more nutritious food produced.
Oh, that's great.
So we're getting, wonderful cashew cereals, more produce coming through, less fat in our food. So we're getting that all donated. When we go out and purchase it, we always purchase healthy foods.
Always.
Always.
Got it.
So that's the food we can control.
So as a cash donor to the food bank, I'm confident that my money is being used in a responsible way and a healthy way.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it.
Absolutely.
So no Pop-Tarts?
Only if they're donated. We won't say no. We won't say no to Pop-Tarts or candy because everybody needs a little sweet.
Well, absolutely.
I have
agree.
one every day.
Good for you.
Do you have one every day?
No comment. No comment.
The other purpose of this room is that this is our Fresh Mart. And so this is where an agency can come in and pick up food.
Oh, I see. Scheduled.
Scheduled. So they can call our friend Mark and they can say, Mark, we want to come in and pick up some food. We have a distribution at our food pantry. And they can place an order or they can just show up. We have lots of food here that goes out at absolutely no cost. It could be produce in the cooler over there or some breads or whatever. They can come and fill up the minivan, the small car. They can bring a big truck in.
Is that right?
But this is where about 20% of our orders are going to come out of our Fresh Mart here.
And that's during normal business hours? Okay, got it. So, and of course, they understand that.
Yes, yeah.
And it's a matter of, obviously, safety as well. You have professionally trained staff who help load the trucks,
load up the
vans,
trucks, and make sure that the food is transported safely. So we have freezer blankets. We're going to temp that food because we don't want anyone ever to get sick.
Yeah, of course not.
Food safety is real important to us as well.
It's critical.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue the tour and show some other really cool areas, one of which I know is the kitchen area.
Yeah, we'll show you the kitchen.
Fascinating.
For sure.
So stick with us, folks. Your colleague Eric used a term earlier called retail recovery. What is that in simple terms?
Absolutely. So I mentioned we get so much donated food.
Right.
Almost 59 million pounds of donated food came to us this year.
59 million pounds.
59 million pounds.
Wow.
31 million of that came from retail stores.
Okay.
So that's your Jewel Osco, your Walmart, your Meijer, Costco, Mariano's.
Nice.
Any major retailer within our 13 counties is donating to us.
Okay.
We send out 10 trucks 4 days a week to go into those stores, and they will glean any of the product that the store is no longer selling. So they're going to pick up the produce, the breads, deli, dairy, and even some shelf stable. They're going to go and bring that food, and they're going to bring it back to the warehouse here.
So it always comes here?
Not always, but some of it's going to come back here. About 12 million is going to, 12, 13 million pounds are going to come back here. And we're going to sort through that, and we're going to get that out to all of our agencies.
Okay.
We have 108 agencies that we have matched up with the retailer within their communities, and they're going to go in 2 or 3 days a week into those retailers, and they're going to glean food.
Interesting.
So, for example, I live in Wheaton. I'm sorry. People's Resource Center, one of our agencies.
Sure, I'm familiar with it.
They go into Mariano's, and they go into Jewel, and they go into other Walmarts, local stores in the Wheaton area, and they're going to glean that food. And they're going to take it right back to their food pantry, and they're going to distribute it that day or the next day to our hungry neighbors. That accounts for another 18 plus million pounds
of food. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, so it's really extraordinary. And I love to share that with folks, because as you go into your retailer, and I know I'm a mother of 4, groceries are expensive.
Of course they are.
You know, you can't get out of those stores and you're like, how did I spend that much money? Feel good knowing that those retailers, wherever you are, that they are helping support your community and your hungry neighbor.
And the gleaners of the food, they're primarily volunteers, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's what's really impressive.
Yes, yeah. So you have folks dedicated, committed at the retailer to put that food aside, which takes an effort.
It does take an effort.
And then you've got either our drivers coming in or volunteers from the food pantries coming in to glean the food, and then it all goes out. So it's a bunch of people doing good stuff.
One quick question. How do you acknowledge and thank those volunteers? Because I know that's a critical part of your job.
Sure. A whole variety of ways. Whether it's volunteer week, I'm going to show you that kitchen.
Awesome.
And we'll feed them. We'll have lunch come in. We'll cook lunch for them. We have an annual volunteer event. We were at the King County Cougars.
Oh, nice.
Yes, which was really fun. We have different awards that we'll give.
But really, they're not seeking that thanks, because doing the work is rewarding enough.
Super rewarding to them. And honestly, the thing they like best is you and I were over there saying hello to some volunteers. They love just chit-chatting with you.
That's awesome.
Being able to hear more about the food bank and just getting to know the folks around here.
Special people.
Yeah, very special people.
Without whom none of this would happen.
Nope. Not a chance.
That's incredible. So we just learned a new word today, folks. Retail recovery. There'll be a quiz. Now, I know that the food bank benefits from food drives that take place throughout your service here.
Yes.
Geneva, of course, is participating.
Yes.
So when that food is donated, it comes here, and as I understand it, these fine volunteers inspect the food, clean the packaging, what have you.
Absolutely. So we have many food drives that happen. We're so grateful. The City of Geneva, throughout the month of September, as part of our Hunger Action Month celebration, and any public building, you can go in and donate food. And that food will come here to the food bank. And these lovely volunteers, they will clean that food. They'll wipe it off with bleach and water to make sure no dust. We've all been guilty of grabbing that can from the back of the pantry. They'll make sure that the food is still safe to eat. And then they'll sort it into different boxes so that we can send that out to our food pantries.
And again, the volunteers are critical.
Totally, yes.
I mean, you know, this one volunteer behind us is a handsome devil from Geneva. And they're here to service the needs of the organization, understanding that the final product is important to be presented in a way that's respectful. Yes. So that's good.
You know, our neighbors in need.
Absolutely.
1 in 7 folks within those 13 counties are going to be hungry at some point this year.
Wow.
They're going to miss up to 71 million meals this year, and we want to close that gap. We are all about closing that gap. 1 in 5 kids, that's what gets me. 1 in 5 kids are considered food insecure. Some things we know about these folks: 3/4 of our family have worked.
Right, exactly.
They've worked in the last year. The struggle is getting full-time jobs that earn enough money so that they can pay all their bills.
Right.
That's where the food bank comes in. So
and that choice between paying the utility and having a meal is so gut-wrenching.
Yeah, moms and dads are saying, do I go out do I go to the grocery store today to buy food, or do I pay the electric bill so that we have light for my kids to study by at night?
Yeah.
Do I go out, seniors are saying, do I go buy food today or do I go pay for my medicine?
Exactly.
They don't have enough resources to make ends meet.
Wow.
So they can come into a food pantry and they can get a good supply, anywhere from 3 to 7 days worth of food.
Is that right?
At a visit. The fresh produce we've seen, the good shelf stable proteins, they can get that, and that can help alleviate the strain on their budget. It's kind of amazing. Every dollar given to us, we can transform that into $8 worth of groceries for our hungry neighbors.
Now, see, that's worth repeating. Every $1 you give yields $8 worth of groceries.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. And it's done because of wonderful volunteers and wonderful donors.
And you accept cash and check and, credit card?
Yes. SolveHungerToday.org. You can give online.
What's that again?
SolveHungerToday.org.
I love it.
You can give online.
Safe, secure, and simple.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Give $10, $80 worth of food will go out for your hungry neighbor.
That's amazing.
Yeah. No other return can give you that.
Yeah, exactly.
No other place. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, this is really cool to see the operations.
It's really
Again,
fun.
all done by volunteers, folks. So it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
So
and a great team.
Oh, great team. Great team. So the tour continues at the Northern Illinois Food Bank. So again, walk with us. Julie mentioned earlier that 1 in 5 kids in the service here are going to go hungry. And I think one of the most compelling and exciting and perhaps humbling projects you have at the food bank is the backpack program.
Yes.
That serves the kids.
Yes. This is one of my most favorite programs, because this is about that one child that for whatever reason, mom and dad, the guardians, don't have what they need in their kitchen to feed that child when they come home. So during the school week, that child's going to get breakfast and lunch and maybe even an after-school meal through meals that we provide throughout our service area for kids to eat. But when they go home on the weekends, they don't have anything to eat.
Right.
And so we have over 2,000 children that will receive every Friday a backpack full of food. It's going to be about 10 pounds of food.
Wow.
As you can see, it's all kid-friendly but very nutritious food.
Of course, always nutritious.
Always nutritious, that we're going to be packing up. Our volunteers, once again, are going to pack that food up in actually white bags, like garbage bags, every week. Our drivers are going to take those out on Wednesday or Thursday and deliver them to the school.
Wow.
The school is going to have backpacks for each of those kids that are provided by the food bank.
Sure.
And every Friday they're going to take that white plastic bag and they're going to put it in the backpack. And at some point during the day they're going to say, often over the loudspeaker, they'll call it the Nutrition Club. Kids in the Nutrition Club, come on down and get your food for the week. And so the kids aren't being kind of singled out as kids that might be challenged at home, that are living in a challenging situation. And those kids will come get the backpack and they'll take it home. They'll have the food that they need that will feed them and 2 siblings as well.
Oh, is that okay? I was going to ask that question. So it's if I'm the big brother, I'm providing the opportunity for good eating for
your little siblings,
That's
or
cool.
even mom and dad. And we actually find that kids, they really thrive on that.
Sure.
That they know things are tough.
Of course.
And being able to help, be part of the solution is great for the kids.
That's wonderful.
So they'll come back on Monday with an empty backpack and the school will keep that and we'll do the whole thing again.
Oh,
and we'll feed 2,000 kids the next week. So this is just a really terrific program so that we make sure that those kids have full bellies. Often we're all about efficiency. You saw the warehouse. Often we're about how do we get as much food as possible out to our food pantries, to our soup kitchens, to feeding sites as quickly as possible. This is not efficient. This is expensive, but it's about that kid.
Absolutely.
And that's why I love this program, because there are kids out there that they need someone help. They need angels helping them, and that's what this program does.
Now, as a donor, if I made a gift, I can make a gift specifically for this program?
You may.
And what's the minimum gift I need to make?
$1.
$1. Again, I can yield $8 of groceries.
$8 worth of groceries. Yeah, I mean, there's no limit to what you can give.
Every little bit helps.
Every bit helps.
That's amazing. Yes. The backpack program is extraordinary.
Yes.
And as we discussed earlier, even a modest gift can make a huge difference in someone's life.
Yes.
As I understand it, $15 will fill a backpack.
Yes. If you give the food bank $15, we can turn that into a backpack full of food.
That's awesome.
For one child plus their 2 siblings.
That's awesome.
If you choose to give $60, we can feed that child for the entire month.
And can I give $15 on my credit card every month?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you have that program where you can just, see,
again,
that's what makes it easy.
SolveHungerToday.org, and you can sign up online and become a monthly giver.
And I pay my cable bill online? I can pay my donation?
Yeah, I do it.
Do you?
Yep.
Yeah. That's makes it easy and simple.
Very easy. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
What a great program.
Thank you.
You'll notice we changed because we're celebrating
Hunger Action
Hunger
Month.
Action Month. Wear orange. I expect all the citizens of Geneva to do exactly as I'm doing. Wear something orange throughout the month to show your support for
Absolutely.
the Northern Illinois Food Bank. Hunger Action Month. Very exciting. These boxes next to my friend Julie are located in all the city buildings. We encourage everyone and anyone to donate whatever food they can. This will be used by those that you serve.
Yes.
And then, in fact, we all serve.
Yes.
Our hungry neighbors.
Yep.
And before we leave today,
Yes.
I want you to remind everyone tuning in where you're located,
Sure.
your phone number, your website, and again, how you can donate.
Sure. I will get to all of that. I want to encourage everybody also to go onto our Facebook page.
Good idea.
Or our website, which is solvehungertoday.org. And Allstate is going to give $1 for everybody who signs a pledge that they're going to support and participate in Hunger Action Month.
Is that right?
So all you have to do is sign the pledge.
Say yes?
And yep, $8 worth of groceries will be donated.
I love it.
Or will be given out to our hungry neighbors. So please do that. Also come visit us. We're going to be at Festival of the Vine.
I know, it's exciting on Sunday.
We're in the kitchen area where we
love it.
have all sorts of nutrition demonstrations. We have an executive chef, Jennifer Lamplow. She is going to be at Festival on the Vine on Sunday, September 13th, and she's going to actually be doing one of our nutrition education programs.
Oh, that's great.
So please come by and visit Jennifer there. And then come get involved. Please come get involved. We have a great big strategic plan. We want to meet the meal gap of 75 million meals by the year 2020.
Wow.
This past year, we distributed 57 million meals. We can do this.
Oh.
This is very doable, but we need everybody to get involved. So please visit solvehungertoday.org. You can learn more about the organization. You can donate to us. You can sign up to volunteer. We are located, as you mentioned, in Geneva.
Yes.
We're at 273 Dearborn Court between Kirk and Couts Roads, just north of Roosevelt Road. Or you can always call us at 630-443-6910.
Fantastic. It's been an extraordinary visit. Thank you for your hospitality and your generosity. And thank you for doing the great work you do.
Thank you for coming and helping us spread the word.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate it very much.
And thank you
all.
for tuning in.